hey there. Fancy seeing you guys here. With these shades on so I can look cool. So what up, what up? It's your dude Gigwise here. AKA Tim. I could, yeah, whatever. Nobody's here talking to myself. But that's okay. Turn that radio down. I'm definitely going to get a copyright claim for that, and I don't even like Aerosmith. Getting my caffeine. I'm at the On the Run up the road from my house that I always stop at, and I don't know if you know, I don't know if it's just a St. Louis thing or if it's at any of the On the Runs, mobile On the Runs primarily, but this is a BP On the Run. Still an On the Run. When our Cardinals here score 6 home runs in a game, it doesn't matter if they win or lose the game. The next day, any size coffee or fountain, soft drink, iced tea, whatever, they're only 50 cents. Whether it's a refill or not, they're only 50 cents. And I swear, the only time they have been scoring more than 6 or more runs are the days before I don't work. Like if I have a day off, they would have scored it yesterday. Because I haven't seen the flag out here in quite a long time. But yeah, I came up here yesterday and got an iced tea. I had to go do some stuff, and I barely drank any of it. And I pulled it out of the fridge for him. Like, oh, this thing's like full. So the only way I'll get a new iced tea is if the flag's out. Now the flag's not out. So I got this full one from yesterday.
We are all set. Let's go.
I'm going to pull my other glasses out just in case I switch where I can actually read the screen, but for right now, I'm going to go with the shades because nobody's here and I have nothing to read. Let's see if it takes less than 37 minutes this time. You know what? Not sure how much of any of that you heard. The microphone was down next to my seat. 10:53 says when I'm gonna get there, and I gotta be there at 11:22, so I'll be like 29 minutes early. Unless I run into some traffic or something that the gypsy doesn't know about.
Then turn right. Turn right. And then turn right.
I know I need to kick this caffeine addiction to where I can like take a day off without having any caffeine and not get a just brutal headache. I can't make it to 3 days without caffeine. That's the problem. Because the leave won't, the ibuprofen will get rid of the headache. It just sucks. That is my beta chat. Nope, that's Little Caesars. I don't even know anything about Little Caesars. I keep saying I gotta take them somehow, stop them from sending me push notifications, and I keep forgetting about it. There's a Little Caesars right by my house. If I want Little Caesars, I'll just go there. Them sending me a text or a notification every day or sometimes multiple days not gonna get me there any quicker. Make me avoid them more probably because they're ticking me off. All these dang notifications I don't need. I must have clicked that, yeah, you can send them to me somewhere on their app because they didn't used to send them to me. I need to go to Costco today. I need to get a leave and probably my multivitamin I take every day because I'm running low on them and I got 1 dose of Aleve left. I need to stock up. I cannot be out without that Aleve. I used to get it from the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree used to have the best price on, well, it's generic Aleve, but it does the same dang thing. I've tried them side by side on a toothache, for that matter. Come on, YouTube, push me out there. AC. It's warm. Who we got here? What up, Kevin? Happy Monday. You're the first contestant on The Price is Right. I took the last 2 days off. Typically, I only take off those if they don't send me if they don't send me any orders, one, or they just don't send me a good enough one. They didn't send me anything good enough. Kind of sucks. I like where I live where I live now a lot better than when I lived in the city. But there's a few select restaurants in the city that I used to do lower paying orders from all the time because they were only 5 to 7 minutes away. I don't get orders from any restaurant like the Red Robin right up the road here. I've done catering out of there, but not in a really long time. I haven't done a Red Robin order from any Red Robin in a really long time. So not sure what happened there. Never see them. And there's a Chevy's that's much closer to me than the one that I would see orders from. I used to see orders from that other Chevy's all the time. I hardly see those anymore. But the one that's closest to me, they're a franchise location, and they cut pennies a lot more than the corporate stores. So most of their catering orders they deliver themselves. And the general manager has my info. But I told her all I do is deliver catering orders. I've got the equipment, the truck, the van, everything needed to do it properly and professionally. Because I also told her I had like 15 plus years experience in the catering sector itself. If they ever had any big orders they needed done right, and they didn't want to send it out through Easy Cater, because Easy Cater gets that like 30% cut or whatever it is. I don't know what they get, to be honest. But she's never called me. Because you have to order's paying right, I'll go do it. That's a problem. One of the reasons I haven't really tried to get a lot of personal direct partnerships with some of these restaurants I pick up from all the time is because I'm just one person, and if they call me and need my services and I've already got a much better paying order, say they have one paying like $80, $90, and I've got an order that I'm doing at the same time slot that's paying me, I don't know, $242 through Expedite or something. I can't do that, and I feel almost like I'd be obligated to have to do that because I made an agreement with them, and I don't want that to really happen. Because to them that could be a really good order, that one that's paying $90 from them, that would be a personal direct order. But some of these merchants don't know exactly how much there is to be made out there on Like some places never have really big orders. They only see the smaller orders, restaurants. And they don't know that some people order like $2,000 to $4,000 worth of food. Because I know I picked up from several places. It was like a $300 food total, and they thought that was a huge order. I'm like, that's actually a small, very small order for me to do. This is nothing. That happens more than you think. Yeah, there's used to be a Good Sense sandwich shop. Now it's STL Subs, I think, something like that. And what up, Shane? Happy Monday. Yeah, this sub shop, whatever it is, sandwich shop. They think a $300 or $400 order, that's the subtotal, is a big order. It's like huge to them. I mean, huge. It's not. That's super small. In the catering world. Come on, dude, I'm letting you over because I got to get over in your lane. But I prefer to get ahead of the slowpoke that was in front of you. Whoa, dude. Crazy drivers. Crazy drivers. I need to do a parody on Holy Diver and name it Crazy Drivers. Maybe I can get together with Grok for some lyrics, Super Grok for some lyrics, and get Suno to make I don't know if Suno will make it because it'd be basically a parody. I'd want the same music or something very similar. I'm driving away from the sun now. I can put these glasses on. I might be able to see the chat a little better. Oh man, these are dirty. I'm just doing this one catering. It's paying me enough. That's all I got to do today. I'm trying not to disclose too much of what the earnings are on some of these orders I do. It's a flower child. It'll be an easy pickup. And the place it's going to, as long as I can get in the door, sometimes I could be standing at the door and they can see me from their cubicles inside, but they don't get up and open the door for me. But it's a pretty easy drop off. Really nice looking area where I set up too. There's that motorcycle cop again. Boy, he's been busy over the last week. I've been seeing him nearly every day. People still don't slow down overall. Crazy driver. Yeah. I need to remember to play around with that Holy Diver parody idea. I still work for him, sorta. I haven't seen the delivery for a while, but I got a good friend. He's been there 15 years now, and if they're in a bind and they need to get an order delivered, a catering order, they get a hold of me. Now they have their own vans and stuff, but I just use this. But one of these times, maybe I'll use one of those. Well, actually, the way it worked the first time, I was going to do a delivery for them. I was going to use one of their vans, and that was the last van available, and literally the motor blew up that morning. So they didn't have it, and I was in my truck then, and my buddy said, could you use your own truck to do it? And I'm like, yeah, that's what I deliver in all the time anyway. He's like, well, fill your tank. I'm like, no, dude, are you for sure? Because this is a 35-gallon tank, and I'm literally pulling into mobile on the run right now to put like $8 in the tank just to get me by. I was in the city, and I typically got gas at Costco and Quick Trip or Mobile on the runs. Mobile stations about the only other two places I can get fuel from. And I wanted to do some Uber Eats before I went and did that catering order. for him, and so I was just going to put $8 in because where the banquet facility is, it's right down the street from the Costco I was getting gas from all the time. So I didn't want to fill it up at Mobile when I could go get it for like 40-50 cents cheaper a gallon at the time. And I didn't like where he sent me, but that's where their card was for. But it took $109 and we'll just say $110 to fill my tank. I'll do that after that and it gets there. Unfortunately, though, I don't see too many. I got kind of trying to get Instacart. It would have been an easy delivery, but whatever. Trying to read that. Are you talking about grind for the dollar? He just did I just saw a video he dropped yesterday. I watched it. Him and his brother did a challenge. His brother was trying to do 450, and Grind was trying to hit a $600 day in their home zone. And his brother did 481 something, and I think Grind did like 573. So his brother hit his goal. And they're basically testing Diamond Cart Shopper tier level on Instacart against his brother's got Platinum tier level. And he's like, we'll see if you can do good on it with Platinum level versus the Diamond. And I'm like, there's a lot of orders that even Platinum won't see because of the Diamond Cart Shoppers. And here I am, tin-foil cart shopper, bottom of the barrel. That's why I can't do Instacart here. We have so many Diamond Cart Shoppers in my market, I don't see squat. And before I see an order, it will pop up on a Diamond Cart, Platinum Cart, and Gold Cart. It'll pop up on their app before I will ever see it. It's like a 7 or 8 second delay, he said, between the Diamond, because they were side by side. For the Diamond, we'll see it 7 to 8 seconds before the Platinum, and I've heard it's upwards of a minute at least before a Green Cart, I believe it is the lowest level. We'll see that order at 2 different Costco's at the opening drop and just see nothing. But I see all these people getting out of their cars that I know well, some of them I used to recognize them. I saw them in the stores doing shops all the time. I don't recognize them so much anymore, but I can tell a Instacart shopper versus a normal customer typically, especially in the store, because one, they got their phone out and they're looking at it, and I recognize the app. And most shoppers drag their cart behind them. They don't push it from the handle. I push it from the handle. I use the cart like it's supposed to, but I've tried the pulling it behind me thing, and I don't get it. It doesn't make me any faster, but everybody does it. I don't understand it though. And they're in South Carolina. I believe they were in South Carolina. But yeah, he's trying to do 500 a day in every state. But he's doing it in 16 hours. That's a long, long day. And he's not hip on the... I've heard him mention the catering. He just doesn't seem too hip on it. He also doesn't think you need all them catering bags or whatever. He thinks 2 catering bags is a lot. Like, shit, I got 20. I usually keep at least 20 in my van. 2 catering bags is a lot. Some people don't understand the catering bags aren't just to keep the food warm longer. Yeah, he doesn't think it keeps them warm any longer. It's a proven fact it does, but coming from somebody that's been delivering a whole hell of a lot longer and just dealt with this stuff in life, working in the service industry for so many years. But it makes, like if you've got a wagon or a cart, it makes it easier to stack your order up and get it all in one trip. And it makes you look good. And who doesn't want to look good? Makes you look professional. Because you've got a cart or a wagon, some means of getting it into the building without just carrying one bag in each hand. Because it's happened to me several times. I've walked to in a restaurant. I went to a restaurant. If there's like a bunch of steps and stuff, I don't take my cart in. And I was going with 2 bags, and they're like, "Oh, you're going to need more than that." I go, "Well, I only have 2 hands. Why bring in 8 bags if I only have 2 hands?" I come in, fill up 2, go out, grab 2 more, come back in, or whatever I need. But I couldn't tell you how many times I've had to say that. Well, I only have 2 hands.
Exit right, then keep right.
Like, get rid of your stairs. Then I roll my whole wagon in with 7 bags on it or whatever I need. I'm usually pretty good at guessing how many bags I need for the pickup.
Keep right.
If anything, I come in with 1 extra. I'm like, I think I need this many, but I'm going to throw 1 more on there just in case. Because sometimes, like, Crazy Bolts and Wraps will throw a wrench at you, and there'll be chafers on it. Which I will need an extra bag for the chafers. Because I also put those in a bag. Because it just makes it easier. Makes my job easier. That's why I'm another strong believer in the bags with the boxes inserted in my bags, so they're always the bags always look full, like but they're not. I just have an empty box in there. It adds a lot of support when you stack on top.
In 0.1 of a mile, turn right, and then turn right.
Turn her off. I'm pulling into the Plaza Frontenac right now. Yeah, this was the only offer I saw for today. Was this order that I accepted. I didn't see anything else. Not even any $20 orders at 2 o'clock. Yeah, they sent me one for, that would have been for yesterday's delivery. They sent it to me at 2 o'clock for $20. At 1 o'clock, they sent me absolutely nothing for yesterday. That would have been on Saturday. And it was about a 30-minute drive to get to that pickup for $20. It was Subway. It was $245 worth of food. It was under tipped. But I declined it. And then later in the day, they sent it to me again for $22. Same order. They put a $2 incentive on it. I'm like, no, this needs like a $50 incentive on it to get it up to where it needs to be. To get me to drive out to that area. It wasn't even in St. Louis. It wasn't even in St. Louis County. Way out for Highway 44. Now I'm stopped. I can read. "30-minute warning." Take a zippy zip here. Some restaurants they recognize my van. That's one of the reasons I wanted not a plain white cargo van like everybody has. I did not want a white one. I didn't necessarily want a red one. I wanted a silver or a blue one, like a metallic navy blue or something. I've seen them. I just don't know what that color is called. Oh, something else Brian for the dollar never mentions about these Costco orders. He's like, if you're not this certain level, you're not going to see it. Well, actually, after that first morning drop, pretty much all your Diamond Cart shoppers and probably Platinum get their orders. I don't know about Gold, probably them too. But while they're in shopping and then they're out delivering, Costco is what I call a proximity merchant on Instacart, where you got to be a certain distance from their stores, or you will not see offers. So most deliveries are going to get them outside that, like, we'll say 1 mile radius. I don't know if it's that big or if it's a half-mile radius. So while they're out, either they're in the store shopping already. They may send them an add-on. I don't know. But if they're all out delivering those deliveries that they accepted right at opening time, then your lower tier drivers can snag orders right about then. That's the only way I can get them there. But there is a way. You got to learn. See, he's diamond, so he can't experiment with the lower tier. But he mentioned right at the end of the video that if somebody like a gold level wants to go up against him and test that against the diamond in some market in some state, he'd be willing to do that. I want to see it against green. I want to see an absolute beginner, basically. Not necessarily a beginner, but somebody like me that I used to be diamond cart, but I was working Instacart when they first came out with the tiers. They had no tier levels when I first started on Instacart. What hurt me on Instacart was I had two customers like a day apart. They both gave me a 4-star rating, which on their defense, they probably thought that was a good rating. But what it did to me is I didn't see good orders. They were gone. Didn't see crap at the opening drop at Costco. I just didn't see good orders. And I called support on it, and they said my overall score was still high enough to see that I was supposed to see everything. And I told them, I could tell you I'm not. So I just amped up. I kept doing Instacart. I amped up how much Uber Eats. I was doing a lot more Uber Eats on the side, too, to supplement the not getting the good orders that I was used to on Instacart. And then like 2 weeks later, I got off the wait list on Spark and dropped Instacart altogether. I had shipped during that time too, but I'd quit doing shipped because I never knew what I was going to make. I'd like to know at least the minimum I'm going to make, like with a minimum tip. Not a guesstimation on a tip, like actually legit. I mean, like Uber does. I mean, there's, those certain orders you get, there's hidden tips. You just got to know how to pick and choose those right orders that's going to have the hidden tip. And I did see him and his brother. They were actually getting some pretty decent DoorDash shops, like really good paying ones. And a lot of times they're mixed up with a restaurant and a shop, but paying like $25, $35. It's like his brother got one. It had a $35 tip on it, and it was like 2 items from a restaurant. That was actually a food order. It wasn't a shop. There's somebody using someone else's credit card to order their food, or just a very generous person. He didn't mention, so he said that it was a very generous person, but typically if somebody is using somebody else's card, they'll tip a little higher than they would if it was their own. It was like an order of fries and something. I don't remember what it was. But they both killed it. I mean, they both killed it. They were out there 16 hours. That's a long haul, but they both averaged 30 to 30 plus an hour for the whole 16 hours. And I know Grind had a 2-hour lull where he didn't get squat sitting at Costco waiting. Well, his app was messed up. He finally uninstalled the Instacart app and reinstalled it. Oh my gosh, the chat was moving on. What up, J Twist? I've been looking at your second comment, Shane, basically your big one. That's all, it's been stuck there. Oh, Wilty? Yeah, I haven't seen him on anything in a long time. What up, Eric? I'm babbling. I didn't even see this chat. I was way up there. What up, U-turn? Meals Now. Talk to Lisa. I've never used it, but it looks similar to the old Deliver That. It looks real similar to the old Deliver That. Before they kind of made their own app. But it's basic catering, man. Make sure you're at the restaurant at least 10 minutes. What are you? That's not a parking spot. That's where the trash truck goes, you nimrods. You're totally blocking me in. Oh, they know somebody. Yeah, they just literally pulled right behind my van. Like, I can see it in my mirror. They're totally blocking me in my spot. Yeah, it's basic catering. Get there at least 10 minutes early. Don't go in there more than 10 minutes early and to pick up your order. It's also a good habit to pull up the actual address in Google Maps, the drop-off address or the pickup if you're not familiar with the restaurant, and go to Street View so you get an idea of what the actual building you're picking up from and dropping off looks like from a street view. So when you get there, you're not like, oh, where is it? Where is it? Like I do all the time, because I hardly ever do the street view. I don't practice what I preach sometimes. Well, most of the places I deliver to, I've already been there, so I know it. But I used to look at street view a lot more than I do now. But now lately, there'll be places I haven't been to, both the pickup and the drop off, and I'm not going to street view as much as I used to. But yeah, familiarize yourself with what the building looks like you're dropping off to. And just make sure you get there in time. Just treat it like it's expedite with metrics, because a lot of people don't understand. Before they even launched the metrics on expedite, they were running in the background for quite a long time. And I still don't do a whole lot different now than I did before the metrics. I always showed up early. Now the drop-offs, I often would have been. I was late on the completion time because I deliver, big orders, and it takes more than like 3 minutes to set them up. Because yeah, they give you the same amount of time if you're delivering 2 pizzas or $4,000 worth of food. You got the same setup time. And dress for success. I mean, technically, I'm not even supposed to be wearing shorts. They do have a dress code. But let them come up here and work in this Missouri humidity. Everybody wears shorts. If they can wear shorts, they wear shorts up here. Even people that work inside, if they can wear shorts, they're wearing shorts. Yeah, it's got to be outside to get to the inside. I really hope this vehicle doesn't plan on sitting there very long. I mean, I still have 19 minutes before my pickup time. I'm going down close to downtown to the drop-off. Yeah, I've delivered to this place several times, but when I first delivered, it's a 20-minute drive time. That's what I thought it was. I've delivered there several times, but under the company name, it says subtext. So I'm like, I guess that's just some default thing. That's the name of the company, is subtext. I don't know what they do in there, but the name of the company is subtext. One word. Like something you would just see somewhere on a computer popping up. Yeah, this is the subtext. So yeah, I didn't know exactly what to look for. Then I got there, I'm looking up at the building, I'm like, well, I'll be damned, that is their name. And I'd already delivered there once before, but I didn't remember it being called that. That was the second time I'd been there. It's usually box lunches though. And I'm looking at the item count on here. It's only a 10 item count, so it's not box lunches because it's quite a bit more than that. I've delivered berry bowl there. I think Orzo Mediterranean Grill. I can't remember everything I've delivered there, but it's always been box lunches. That's cool, Adam. I'm no longer a crypto channel, though. I don't even know if I have any Bitcoin anymore. I still have Dogecoin. I think I've got some Ethereum. I don't think I have any Bitcoin. I think I sold that all off. And I could probably prove you wrong on that for that forecast there. What up, Digi Nomad? All right, that car that was blocking me in is now backing out. It's moving. Yeah, I didn't go with the extreme caffeine today. It was the mix was looking pretty thin, more watered down, so I just went with the regular French vanilla Frappuccino versus the extreme caffeine. They both have a lot of caffeine in them. Yeah, I went to Walmart yesterday. I need a sweet potato so I can cut it up, and I got these little planter pots that hang into my fish tank, and I'm going to put one in there. Well, the sweet potato roots grow faster than anything else, which means it sucks up a lot of the impurities, the bad stuff in the water to feed the sweet potato. Walmart was out of sweet potatoes, except for the organic. I'd have to buy a whole bag. I just want one sweet potato, and not even a big one. Their shelves were really bare yesterday when I was at Walmart, all over the place. Seemed like it was back during the pandemic days when they were having trouble keeping stuff in stock, or even getting the stock. But yeah, Sundays are usually, though, if you're out doing like Walmart Spark for shops, Sundays are usually the worst because they're the lowest on stock on Sundays, but they were really low yesterday. I don't know that I've been in there on a Sunday in a while, so it may look like that every Sunday. I found a lot of stuff in an in-cap freezer, all these like Boston Market dinners, Stouffer's, all kinds of frozen stuff, like half price on clearance. So I loaded up, because that stuff I won't throw away. I just keep throwing too much stuff away that I buy that I put in the fridge, and then it goes bad, and then I throw it away, and I never even eat it. Mainly like produce. That's it. Out of Frappuccino, onto the tea. $14 minutes. Yeah, I got to go to a Costco after this, but I don't know which one I'm going to. The one closest to my house always has the highest gas prices. That's why I don't usually go there. But I'll have to drive pretty far out of my way to go to the other two that I do prefer to get gas from. So I'm probably going to end up with the one up that's closest to my house. But I need to get fuel, and I need a case of water at least. And I need to see if they're, I think Harry's shaving blade things. I'm hoping they're on sale for $20 again. Oh, here's a good one for you guys. I saw some chatter in one of the Facebook groups or something recently. Might have been somebody's chat on a live stream, I don't know. Could have been in my beta chat, I don't know, for the Expedite app. But that one card that you get paid on when you do Spark orders, they said they found like $300 and something in there. And I'm like, yeah, I've done that before. It's been over a year. But I heard something like that, so I checked it out, and I had $360 and some change on there. I'm like, holy shit. I hadn't done Spark in quite a while at that point. And then it's probably been about a year. Hey, I know that guy behind me. He's got a bigger wagon now, still doesn't use catering bags, so. But yeah, the last time I saw him, he had a red wagon that had never been used. And now he's got a bigger blue wagon. But still doesn't use the catering bags. He wouldn't know how to get these boxes in a catering bag anyway. If you just try and put them in there with no box inserted, they don't go. The bag just collapses and you're fighting with it. There's tricks to that. Looks like he's got a decent size order here though. He's putting it in his trunk because he still drives a four-door sedan. The last time I saw him, I was out at California Pizza Kitchen at West County Mall, pulled in the curbside pickup, and I could see him in my mirror. And he got out of his car and started walking towards the door, and then I saw him look over and he saw my van. Then turned around and went back to his car, pulled this wagon out, and bags that were brand new. Those bags looked like they'd never even been unfolded. He wouldn't have used any of that had I not been there. That's what it looked like. That's just what it appeared. I thought it was kind of funny. Because every time I see him, I ask him about his equipment. Well, when we did that big KFC order, I saw him at Payway Asian Kitchen a little while after that, and he said he bought that 4-pack, because all he had was the 2 bags from the newbie kit that he had never used. So then he had 6 bags, and then he's talking about how he got that 4-pack as he continued to just take the bags of Payway Asian Kitchen and put directly in his trunk, not using a bag. I just said he's got 6 bags now that he still doesn't use. Oh, 10 minutes before pickup time, I will swipe that I'm here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he pulled up after I did. So he definitely saw my van sitting over here. God, he's out of breath. He's like sitting on his trunk doing something on his phone. Typing? What the hell is he typing? Oh, hell, they're bringing out more boxes to him. He got a big order with a small car. That's 5 more boxes. So he just put at least 5. Well, maybe that guy's not. No, that guy's not with him. That's somebody else with a catering order with 5 of their boxes. I don't know how many I'll have. You're done for the day? I'll be done for the day after this. Oh, I've got those same exact bags. He's got his folded up bags he just pulled out of the bottom of the cart. And he's putting those in the back seat. A lot of people here, especially when they got their boxes, they don't use catering bags. I'm like the only person that comes here that actually puts their boxes in a catering bag. That is not the Costco wagon. It's blue. I don't know where that's from. It folds up like my old cheap one. Might be Ozark Trails. Damn, sirens. I was talking about Spark. Oh, yeah. Back to the thing. Anyway, I checked, about a year ago, I checked that same one card, and it had like $13.60 in it that I guess Spark had kept from me somewhere. So then I went ahead and checked it yesterday, just for shits and giggles, because I'm like, they can't possibly keep finding more money that they owe me. I haven't done Spark really since 2022. I did a little in 2023, but not much because the app went to shit that January 1st. As soon as the new year started, their app, they just stopped working good. Well, lo and behold, I look at it, there was $375.73 balance on my one card. It's in my bank account now. I'm like, holy shit. That makes up for a slow week right there. Somewhat. It helped offset a slow week. It didn't make up completely for a slow week, but I was happy. And then I get a good order for today on a Monday to start the week, so I was like, cool. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. What the hell? That was way down the street, but it was aimed right at me, so it was loud. Yeah, so I made an extra $375.73 yesterday I didn't even know about. I wonder how many times this is going to happen. I'll check it next year and see if I have money in there again. Well, I did a lot of Spark. When I did Spark, I did a lot of Spark. Broke the rules how everybody else does Spark. And banked all the way. Laughed all the way to the bank with those Spark earnings every day. Or every other day when the tips came through. It's decent. I mean, it's not spectacular, but for a Monday, it's good. I mean, I think a $60, $70 order on a Monday is good because Mondays suck. They always have. It's a decent little flower child. I just watched another expedite driver with a 4-door sedan picking up probably a bigger order than what I'm picking up. Because there's like 7 boxes. Something like that I saw him put in his trunk. Mine'll probably be 4 or 5. But flower child's not cheap, so man, it doesn't I mean, that could have been a $1,200 order he just did. I didn't see it though. I think my stats are messed up on the back end. They look good on my end, but I think they're messed up on the back end. Because I'm just not seeing the caliber orders. Even Flower Child is one of my favorite pickups. I hate the drive, but I like Firebird's Wood Fire Grill out in St. Charles too. They're always typically ready. And I only saw this. This is the only offer I even seen for today. Or saw for today. I'm not good in grammar. I just did a PF Chang's though on. That might have been Friday. That was the last order I did was on Friday. I'd have to go look. I got to go in here any minute now. No, Flower Child's what I did on Friday. Pickleman's on Thursday. Or was that the same day? No, that was not the same day. I guess Wednesday I had a PF Chang's. The one in St. Charles, right by Firebird's Wood Fire Grill. What time is it? Oh, I still got a couple minutes. I don't need to get in there too early because it'll be ready. Unless they need well, they probably had the blast chiller fixed by now. Yeah, with my tier level and how I keep it there and how it has been for the last 2 years, the summer slowdown typically doesn't affect me much. But I'll tell you, the holidays always do. Holidays always throw a wrench in the game plan, but the 4th of July messed me up. That week wasn't good, and then last week wasn't good. That's why I typically see a better caliber of orders than I've been seeing. But the app screwed up my apps. The company fixed my stats, but I don't think Frederick sees the fix. Is the problem. So probably another 2 weeks of crap. It usually takes about a month to straighten everything out. And I'll be damned, I'll get great orders for 2 weeks and the app will screw my stats up again and the process repeats. That is not a parking spot, you fools. That is the driveway for the freaking trash truck. I'm parked in the first number one curbside pickup spots where I always park because it's in the shade. And people keep parking. Well, the last vehicle completely blocked me. I wouldn't have been able to get out. They were there for like 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and run in. I will be back. Hold down the fort, everybody. Keep the chat moving. Chatty, 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 chatty. So more people can find me in that YouTube search algo because they like a good high chat rate. It's probably a DoorDash driver. Nah, he's driving too nice of a car. All right, all right, all right. We are loaded. Complete this order. What time is it? 11:28. Pickup time is 11:22. They're busy. They are popping in there. They just opened 28 minutes ago and they're packed. Waiting line. The people that keep pulling in the little driveway to the dumpster, they're here for curbside. Chat still go. Nope, you guys didn't keep the chat moving. Now I got to get downtown to Locust Street. Somewhere, I don't remember where Foo Bar was down there, but I know this place isn't far from where Foo Bar used to be. Kind of like a punk rock venue. I went to a few shows there. Back when I lived in Soulard, I think a little when I lived in Fox Park. Saw, oh God, can't think of his freaking name. Saw Scam there. Andrew WK. I saw Andrew WK down there at the Foo Bar one night, if anybody knows who that is. Party On, I think, is my most popular song. He did a cover, Rancid cover, Ruby Soho, something. I know the songs when they play. I'm terrible to remember them when they're not playing. When it plays, I can remember lyrics. I'm like, oh, he's covering Rancid. Cool. This mic should be sensitive enough when I don't have it up here. It's probably hearing the Phil Collins that's playing on my damn radio at a super low level. Yeah, I get these copyright claims and I'm like, I wasn't playing any music. Then I listened to the playback of that part. They say I had a copyright claim. You can hear the music clear as can be, and I'm like, I could not hear it when I was driving. The mic's sensitive. 18 minutes to get there, 11:48. My drop-off time probably 11:45 through noon. Yep, 11:45 to noon's my drop-off window. I will be there and out of there before it's even noon, or close to it, because I literally park right out in front of their door and roll my wagon in. They're ground level, so no elevators or anything. It's nice if you deliver the same market for long enough. You're going to have so many repeats, not just restaurants, but customers as well. I mean, some of these customers order multiple times a week. Some of them order every day. They're on the relish program, but I don't do many relish orders because typically they pay less and I never even see them. If I'm seeing relish orders, that's it. That's all they're going to send me for the day. They're at the bottom of the barrel. And that one I don't like going to is the Lemonade Pharmacy. Because they order from 3 different restaurants. To order small doesn't pay well, and not the last one I did, but the second to last one I did there, my pay actually went down $4 instead of staying the same or going up. And I'm like, oh hell no. Now the first one I ever did from there, I was heading over I was heading to where the Lemonade Pharmacy is located to do something for my cash customer back then, and I was downtown, and I was about to get on the highway and got an emergency order from Kimchi guys downtown. So I went ahead and I accepted it. It was only $20, but as soon as I accepted it, it went up to like $62, like instantly. I didn't know what the hell. It was a relish order. I didn't know that at the time. But that was back when they couldn't order from 3 different restaurants, and their orders could sometimes pay up to $80-something. But when they had the opportunity to split it up, I mean, like Rideshare Rodeo Steve out in Denver had this one day. It was a relish order, and he got paid $20-something for it to pick up one salad, because somebody that the business wanted a salad from that particular restaurant and not from the other restaurant or two that the rest of the office ordered from. One salad, like a $13 salad. He got paid more than what the salad cost. That was hilarious when he told me about that. I mean, something like that, your expectations aren't too high. But I do know I did a relish order out at this one place. I'm not going to mention the name. But when the price adjusted, it went up to $95. And I'm like, what? That's really high for a relish order, so to speak. They have to if it was a relish order. But they deliver themselves anyway. Okay, they can still go through EasyCater. They just self-deploy. And they don't rely on the third-party apps to get things delivered. But that was the other half, so I'm like, It's like I got the whole tip for the both orders is what it seemed like, because my order wasn't any bigger than normal to go out to that place. But yeah, the Lemonade Pharmacy, they definitely go with all 3 restaurants most times, and they'll order 5 days a week. Oh, I got something. We'll get the humidity back, like it's gone right now. I'm like, I'm sweating my butt off outside, not doing anything. And she's saying it's not humid right now. She nuts. The dew point's up and humidity level's up. But apparently it's going to be more humid tomorrow. No, with that storm we just had, the river's way up. Way up. We had all kinds of flash flooding all over the place. Not anything this far down, but when they were flooding further west, the Merrimack River was still about normal level. But then when I went over it yesterday, I'm like, holy cow, because it went up a lot, like several feet. One salad. For those that weren't here earlier, I want to make a song parody of the song "Holy Diver" by Ronnie. By Dio, the original? But it's going to be a crazy driver. I don't know the lyrics yet because I just came up with the title, "Crazy Driver" instead of "Holy Diver" or "Crazy Drivers," because they're all over the place and we deal with them every day. Crazy drivers. I slow down to let them merge in, and they don't want to do it. So now I got to speed up and pass these people. People merging on the highway. I give them the opportunity to get over, but if they're not going to get over, I'm just going to pass them. And now they're going to be stuck in that merge lane longer. I dropped down to 50 miles per hour trying to let 2 cars over, and they refused. They were so helpful at that flower child. The girl totally wanted to help me pack my stuff up, get it out the door. She did hold the door open for me, even though I told her not to. I think she was flirting with me. No, I'm kidding. I got her in the picture, though, and I didn't mean to. I didn't need to take my picture, and she wouldn't move out of the way. No, the staff's just really cool there. That's one of the things I like about it so much at the Flower Child, because the staff's just super cool, and they're efficient. They do a good job. They have a lineup meeting every morning before they open, about 10-15 minutes before they open. I've been there for several of them, and not a lot of places do that any longer. I don't. A lot of places don't even have the employee meetings any longer. Not that I ever liked mandatory employee meetings, but holy diver. Get away, get away. That's a retired Ford Explorer cop car. Just passed me. Has regular civilian plates on it, with still got all the antennas and stuff. Get over it. You got your blinker on. You look like a cop car. People should just get out of your way. I am getting off at Market Street, looks like. Oh, I can't. Man, don't do that with all the one single letters. It totally knocks the chat off and I can't see it. It doesn't, that doesn't help the chat rate a whole lot. Well, especially like comments, when you comment on somebody's video, make sure it's at least 5 words, even if it's just a letter I. Like, I did not like this, or I did like this. As long as it's 5 words, it helps that whoever's video that is out. And as far as the YouTube analytics likes to see 5-word comments. I try and use 5 words, at least 5 words when I do a comment. Sometimes I don't. If it's a smaller channel, I definitely do, because I want to get them pushed up. Wolty. I have not heard that name in a long time. It's not that you don't pronounce that. That's a W, those 2 U's. Pronounced Wilty, if I recall. You try and pronounce it how it looks, you know, it's not going to work. Gotta get away, gotta get away. Gotta pick a lane, gotta pick a lane. I'm trying to come up with lyrics for whole crazy drivers. Gotta get away, gotta get away. Let's see, gotta pick a lane, gotta pick a lane. I don't know, even if I pay for Suno, I don't know that it'll make me a parody song with using the Holy Diver music. I gotta figure out how to do that without hiring a band. I could actually put it together on Fiverr. I could have somebody do the guitar part, then download that, then upload it to somebody to do the bass part and the drums. Do the guitar, then the drums, then bass, and if there's anything else needed in there. It cost me a little bit of money. I'd have to reach out to whoever owns the rights to that music to see if I can do a parody like Weird Al Yankovic has to do with all his parodies. Oh shit, this is my exit right here. I don't get off here very often, so at Market Street off of I-6440. Unusual to me when I do. Oh, Grok's gonna help me, but Grok can't play music. Grok will help me with the lyrics.
Keep left.
Gotta pick a lane, gotta pick a lane. Crazy driver. It says keep left, okay. I try to be helpful. I don't try to teach people too much how to do gig work because it's different in every market. But I mean, the core basics are the same for the most part. But markets do vary. Some bigger metros, some don't have a metro. Some are just small markets. Grok's who helped me. Super Grok. I have Super Grok because I pay for it. $20 a month. They just took out money, $35 today for my Adobe because I got it for like 3 months for $35. Then it goes up to regular price, which is $70 a month. And I got to figure out how to use it. Unfortunately, I don't have the hard drive space to get everything I need to work the Adobe into my computer right now.
In a quarter of a mile, turn right.
In a quarter of a mile, turn right. Turn left. Okay, this is going to put me on the right side of the street. Sometimes this coming down here, the GPS puts me on the wrong side of the street, so I got to reroute before I get there. Because I pull literally right up in front of their door. There's usually never any cars there. There hasn't been before. Hopefully there's not today. But I am able to roll my wagon in this place. A lot of places in the city, gets more and more difficult. Not as many handicap ramps or handicap accessible buildings.
Turn right.
Which you'll hear me say, they don't like handicapped people. They don't have a ramp or anything. Mayo Ketchup, that's a restaurant here. My cleaning guy at the bar I ran, the last bar I ran, I picked him up every once in a while or dropped him off so he didn't have to take the bus over there, and he lived way over here. Forrest, I wonder where he's at these days.
Let's get started.
His name was Forrest, like Forrest Gump, but no Gump. Yeah, there's a lot of college kids that lived in the same building he did. He used to say they were always hooting and hollering and having a good time. I'm like, why don't you go join them? It drove him crazy, he said. Okay, I didn't realize they had another door down there. I'm like, wait a second. This is where I drop off right here. And no cars in my way. Well, there's a truck parked further back, but it's not my way to drop this off. They're tearing up the road here. Yeah, they really revitalized this whole little area. It looks pretty nice. I don't know how safe it is at night still, but in daytime it looks good. I'll be right back. Gonna get this set up, make this money. And remind me about curry when I come back. Because that's the first thing I've heard on curry all day. And this might be a doable order. Is there any... Yeah, it's just base pay, but what is it? 440... 24-inch single sink freestanding. It's a small bathroom vanity. 110 pounds. And, 12 cases of freaking water. We'll see about that. I can actually use a dolly on that, or my wagon. But that's pickup in Home Depot in Sunset Hills for $51.73 less. Right now, we'll see if it goes up. All right. Oh, okay, sweet, cool. What'd I miss? Nothing. Nothing. I need to go find me a shady spot for a minute. That curry order that came in right as I was getting out. 12 cases of water, a bathroom vanity with a cultured marble top or whatever. It's only a 24-inch vanity, super easy, but again, somebody took it at base commission. I don't get it. When these Home Depot orders started first coming out, they were not getting it taken at base commission, so it tells me what the vehicles are that's required or whatever, and I'm wondering if they're still sending it out to smaller vehicles, because those are the people that's going to take these. They don't have the proper vehicle, and they're going to take them at the base commission rate. Yeah, it's gone. It wasn't bad at 51 something, whatever it was. I'll check real quick. Let me look at notifications. $51.73. Oh, there was another order that came through and somebody grabbed it at base commission too. I don't know any details on that one, but it was going from Arnold, Missouri, which is not far from where I live, to Granite City, Illinois, for $45.31. 32 miles. 32 miles. And they took it for $45.31. I wish these drivers would let it cook a little. You know, let the base commission go up. Let the bonuses get added. The other one was perfect though. It was good. Pickup was in Sunset Hills going to Kirkwood. It says 13 miles. I don't even know that it would have been 13 miles, but that's somewhat on my way home. But they took it at the 51.73 that it was first launched at, which is base commission. And that was 12 cases of water, 24 16.9 ounce bottles per case, and that 24-inch vanity. I don't know if it had the countertop or not. It was there's some heavy lifting on it, but it was paying $51.73. It would have looked better at $65.73 if they would have let it go up. Work smarter, not harder. Come on. They're gonna kick the bonuses in, and it doesn't take long on these Home Depots to start going up, but they only go up like $3 at a time or some oddball number. No, I checked it when I was inside their U-turn because I heard it go meep meep. So I checked it, and somebody had already taken it. Actually, no, I checked it before I heard the meep meep. I heard a meep meep, and that was the 32 miler for $45.31 that somebody snagged. So I started seeing these just before noon. I'm trying to come out with a system of or a pattern, trying to figure out when they're dropping these curry orders, and I've narrowed it down to 4 o'clock. I think definitely is a Home Depot drop, but I haven't pinpointed the rest of them. I think 6 a.m. and 4 p.m. But nothing, I haven't seen nothing all weekend and today at 6 a.m. So, and those started coming in at like a 11:45. So there's no real system there, no like even hour. If you smell what I'm cooking. But it seems like the one thing that seems to be in a pattern is the 4 o'clock drop for sure. Oh, there, I got something to crack in the back of my neck. I can get it on the other side. Yep. Yeah, I wanted to keep an eye on it because 51.73 wasn't terrible, but it could have been better. But some people don't want to wait. They'd rather have to take more deliveries to make the same amount of money, to make more money. No, they want to take more deliveries to make the money than letting things go up. I mean, you do 5 curries and let 5 of them go up $10-15. That's an extra curry basically on top of that, if that makes sense. That means you only have to do 5 instead of 6 to make the same amount of money if you let them go up. It's just wild because in the beginning, when these Home Depots first were coming out, almost every single order I was getting a text message on to go into negotiations on the how much I would do it for. And now it's rare. It's rare that I see it. But when I first started seeing Home Depots, it was every single one, and there was a lot of Home Depot orders popping up. I mean, some of them I may not even be seeing because I may be in a bad area where I don't get the a good signal, and I may not get the order right away. And by the time I would get it, it's already been claimed and gone. Maybe. But now with these Home Depot orders, I think when weather is going to really be a good driver on some of these Home Depot orders for a lot of outdoor activities around the yard, some yard improvement, like some curb appeal improvements. When the weather's nicer, there'll probably be a lot more. But good God, the amount I haven't been seeing as many big mulch orders. I think everybody in the St. Louis area in a 70-mile radius has ordered mulch now from Home Depot and got it, like 20 plus bags at a time. Or I saw one yesterday, it was like 20 bags of mulch, or with enough 40 bags of mulch. It was like 14 bags of topsoil and like 20 bags of something else. It was over 1,000 pounds because of all these damn 40-pound bags. If you knew your drop off, it would be great. But I know I did a Synpex order with, I don't know, a dozen bags of mulch on it, 40 pounds. And where the customer wanted it, I couldn't back all the way up to that point. But he was there. He was lugging 2 at a time. I told him, I don't do that. I got a bad back. I carry 1 at a time, brother. He was Bosnian and a workhorse. He was grabbing 2 at a time. But we had to basically park at the front of his house, walk him down the driveway and around the back, and set him down there. And typically, if I don't see the homeowner or customer, they get dropped right there on the driveway. I mean, I'll back up the driveway. I don't put them down at the street at the curb. People these days will think that's trash and they'll come and take it all. Because they have these things on Facebook Marketplace called Curb Alert. That means somebody put free stuff down at the curb, if you didn't know. Yeah, that setup took longer than I wanted it to. Their counter's only so long, but they got this big table, like a big dining table, but I mean, it's a high top, but they don't eat there. So what I did, I split it up, put pretty much all the savory stuff on the main countertop, and then on that table I did the 2 boxes of salads, and an extra salad, and then the brownies and the drink station. And I split the plates. I put some plates in plasticware packets over by the salads, and then the bulk of the plasticware packets and plates were at the savory line, we'll call it, the protein and the side dishes for the hot stuff, because everything on the table was cold stuff. As well as that drink I put over there. Oh no, there was no order there. I'm gonna get driving here in just a minute, especially when strange cars pull up behind me and I'm down here in a semi-questionable area because I drove down a couple blocks from where I dropped off. I don't know what the place I am in front of. They got gated parking, but the gate's wide open, so that kind of defeats the point. I just wanted to chill in the shade with the AC on for a minute. Actually, I didn't even have it in park. It's in park now. Seems like I'm running sounds like kind of a high idle. This van actually does have a tachometer. It's in my gauge cluster. I got to go through all the buttons, and eventually you'll see the RPM tachometer. It's digital. But this isn't a stick shift. I don't exactly need to watch the RPMs. Even in a stick, I don't really need the tach. I hear when you need to shift. Because believe it or not, there are stick shifts out there that don't have a tachometer. Most do. If they got a stick shift, they got a dang tachometer. It's good to see when you're redlining the motor. For today or tomorrow? I guess that would be today since it's 111 up there. I thought you hated Tully's. The copper top. Or both, I don't know. I've already wiped that off of there. Stay off. So you got to expedite. I would have liked to have done that curry order though and made an extra $50-something. But I was in the middle of a drop off on the catering. Once again, an order that I could do on curry. I mean, I could have claimed it right then because it wasn't going to take me long to do the setup. But I wanted it to go up. What's this guy do? FedEx budget. He just pulls over on going the wrong direction. He's out blocking the forking lane. I almost cussed. I'm trying to stop. Well, hopefully, eventually, I'm hoping that something can get done with Easy Cater and these restaurants canceling after it's been dispatched to a driver on a third party. So if it goes into that stage, I don't feel that they should be able to self-deploy it any longer at that point, unless they pay that driver in full and then self-deploy. Because we don't, these aren't DoorDash and Uber Eats and Grubhub orders. We don't get another one to replace it, like that. Especially when they cancel at like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. You're screwed. You won't make, there goes your money you planned on making tomorrow. And it's just aggravating. And it's not just aggravating us drivers. It makes the DSP look bad, so they don't like it either. So you think they would, I mean, of course they're in competition with each other, but you think this would be a topic that they could all three, shake hands on, or all of them, and all of them advocate to get rid of that, to come up with some standards. It's got to be like 2 days out is the latest they can cancel and self-deploy. I know you did. But it's not, I mean, it happens to drivers everywhere. And it's not just Tully's or Copper Top or whatever. It's a lot of restaurants out there. Like when I pick up from Spiro's, they'll cancel it when the driver gets there, but that's just stupid because I'm pretty sure the driver still gets paid in full. But if the driver doesn't have bags and equipment, they cancel the driver and do it themselves. They want their stuff in bags and delivered properly and professionally. And I'm like, dude, if you got a big order and need it delivered in a pinch, and that driver shows up, if I'm not already doing something, it takes me about, the problem is it takes me like 33 minutes to get there from my house. But depending on the time of the day, if I don't have anything going on and I've already finished an order or something, I might be able to run over there and do it. Because they know, they love it when I come in there, because I roll in there with the wagon, the bags, the whole 9 yards, I need to pull up the GPS to get me the hell out of here. What are you staring at me, dude? Just drive on. Nothing to see here.
We are all set.
Rubbernecking at me. Oh, this thinks I'm going the opposite direction. I am not. That's what I thought. It's going to route me to 64. Oh, shoot. I need to go to Costco. Costco on Rusty Road. Go.
Let's go.
Oh, Well, the directions just changed. Where is it taking me to? Taking me over to Jefferson, my old neighborhood. I'll go right by it. It's probably going to want to get me to Highway 55 south.
In 0.1 of a mile, turn
And that'll do it. I can take Jefferson up to 44 and then turn right on the Highway 55 south.
turn left.
Damn bikers. They got a biking trail. That's how they should do it. They got their own sidewalk to ride bikes on.
In a quarter of a mile, turn
There's
right.
parts of the city, okay, they're spending tax dollars and they're putting a bike lane like where I am right now in the right lane, and then they're bumping out. They're making these little mini medians that stick out every so often. And when I was a kid, we just rode our bikes either in the street or on the sidewalk. But now they're spending tax dollars on all this stuff and eliminate one of the lanes of traffic, which is binding up traffic a bit here and there.
Turn right.
But people are still going to drive just as fast. Now they just have less lanes to do it in. They're still going to be crazy drivers. Elliot Davis he retired from Fox 2 News. He was there for a long time. But I'm on his Facebook, and he's still out there doing reporting now. He just doesn't get paid for it. But he's still current matters going on around town. And he used to have a bit on Fox 2 called "You Paid for It," because you paid for it. And I don't know. It was a pretty good thing he did for many years. Yeah, well, the way they're like, sometimes they're putting sidewalk or bike lanes. The turn lane to make a right, say, onto this road is on the right side of the bike lane, and the bike lane's in between that turn lane and the lane of traffic. So the bikers are riding out there in the middle of cars. That should not be. They should be on the far right in the curb, like up next to the curb, the sidewalk. Like I just saw, they had actually made an actual lane with curbs on each side of it, two bike lanes, one going each direction, completely out of the road's way.
In 1 mile, turn left.
That's the first time I noticed that. That's pretty cool. But these bikers, they want all this special treatment, yet I'll see them run right through stoplights, stop signs. They don't stop, they don't look, and wonder why they get ran over. Well, if you want to ride with traffic, you got to abide by the same rules we do. You have to stop at red lights and stop signs. You got to look both ways, and pedal fast when you're taking off, because cars move a lot quicker than they look like they're moving. And I used to ride a bike a whole lot. I never got hit by a car. We didn't have bicycle lanes back then. And I rode all over St. Louis. Rode all the way down to the city, all the way out to South County Mall,
6 of a mile.
and further, which was a pretty far ride on a bicycle back then. Until I got a car and I could stick the bike in the car. Oh, well, I did those tricks. I was a freestyler. And just because I drove a car didn't mean I still didn't ride a bicycle. I still rode the bicycle. I finally got rid of the last one when I was like, I don't know, going on 19 maybe. But now I got a BMX bike again. I've had that for a few years, but it's in storage. I need to remember to take some empty Walmart bags or something, little plastic bags, next time I go to my storage, and wrap it around the handle grips, because they're like decomposing, sort of, kind of. They're sticky and they get black. They're black, and so they smear sticky black crap on your hands if you grab it by the grips to move it around and you forget, and you're like, ah, and it's like freaking tar. Doesn't want to come off. Oh, there's a lot that do abide by the traffic laws, but there's also a lot that don't. And they get ran over. Because I know a lot of people that were they used to be triathletes or triathlons, whatever you want to call it. They competed in triathlons, so they rode bikes too. Swam and ran, and they were called. Oh, they had a name for them. Where they ride or run and drink. They'd go bar hopping, but they would run or ride a bicycle to each one. They're hashers. I think they were called hashers. And I used to have them come by the bar I ran because I knew a bunch of hashers. But they drink a lot in that, like 30, 40 minutes, however long they were there. It could have been upwards of an hour. I don't know. I don't remember. If you look it up, you'll probably figure. I don't know the exact definition of what they are, but I'm pretty sure the term was hashers. Kind of like hackers, but with an SH. Hashers. Like corned beef hashers. Hashers. Damn, this is all newly paved down here now. About damn time. They haven't even fully put the new stripes on the highway yet. This is very fresh. I can almost smell the asphalt coming through the vents. Yeah, if you come down into the city of St. Louis, just watch for bikers. Because they'll just blow right through the intersections. But cars do the same thing. And that's exactly why on a bike you shouldn't be doing that. You should pay attention to your surroundings. Boy, it's nice driving on this road now. It won't stay like this for long though. Oh, it's actually running into the old pavement right now. Well, this ran out of new pavement. This isn't too crazy, or too very old though. Yeah, I'm going to get Costco or gas at the expense of Costco because it's going to cost me more to drive across town and then back over this way. Damn, Mississippi's up. Yeah, I'm driving right along the Mississippi right now. For a little bit, for about another quarter of a mile. Well, I can't see it now, there are trees in the way. Wintertime, I can see the Mississippi from up here. Well, maybe not. I'm going uphill. If I was these houses up on my right, up on that hill, I could see down in the Mississippi. There's some homes on the bluffs along the Mississippi, but the area around it got so bad. They were really cool at one time. They're still really cool, but you got to worry about the neighborhood. Yeah, I can see it again. It's up. Yeah, riding in New York City would be nuts with all that traffic. Oh my. I've seen that on the TV with whatever they call those messengers or whatever that ride around on the bicycles. People make a living, or used to make a living off of that. I don't know if they can do better now with the gig apps. In New York City, there may be gig apps just strictly for the messenger type riders like they used to have, only now it's an app. Or if somebody needs these blueprints ran across town real quick. I think there was a movie called Quicksilver with Kevin Bacon, maybe. Because they did I could do wheelies on a 10-speed. I know my younger sister's 10-speed, I was riding it, doing a wheelie up our street, and all of a sudden I flipped backwards, her front tire fell off, and that weight difference caused me to go backwards. Because I could balance on the back wheel. I could ride a wheelie indefinitely. I could stop and just balance with the front tire up in the air. And then pick up pedaling again. That took me a long time to master that. I can't do it now. And on my mountain bike, it's got shocks. It's really hard to do wheelies. And I rode it on some dirt ramps off one of the trails here, running trails. Just weird. I'm not used to shocks being on a bike to do that kind of riding. That's been quite a few years since I tried that. Well, they should. I mean, that's if no one's attempted to make a messenger app like that, like, I don't know what you would call it, but just for the messengers to run whatever like they used to across town, they should. I mean, they could even do that down in St. Louis City here. It's not as crazy big as that area. My problem is, if I was to ride a bike downtown, back and forth to buildings, I'd have to take the bike inside the building with me. Otherwise, the damn thing would get stolen. Let alone if you're using like a little e-bike, or especially an e-bike, you know somebody's going to want to steal that. But if you're using a little 49cc scooter to get around, moped, whatever you want to call it, yeah, people will steal that in a heartbeat. And if you think you got a lock on it, think again. They know how to they're professional thieves. They get right through that stuff. Like the Lime bikes, those rental bikes we had here, they weren't e-bikes. They were regular bicycles that you pedaled. Not very good quality. It took people less than a week here to learn how to steal them. Cut the lock right off the back. It didn't matter if there's a GPS tracker on them. If there even was on those bicycles. Those didn't last long. We still have the electric scooters downtown and places. I don't know what brand they are. They were Lime and Bird, B-Y-R-D, I believe. Yeah, when I went up to Orlando Gardens Banquet Center yesterday to check out their new remodel, it's pretty cool. It's really nice. It is a total facelift, like night and day difference in there. Literally, it looked like night before, now it looks like day. It looked like a funeral home before, now it doesn't. It's more cheerful. But my buddy Gene that works there, he introduced me to this other guy. It's his assistant. They hired him an assistant that he's training. I'm like, no shit, you got an assistant to your made-up position. Because one of the things he's a manager of, they didn't even have that position. He created it. He's been there 15 years. The warehouse manager. When I worked there in the late 90s, they didn't have no warehouse manager. They didn't have much organization out there in the warehouse area either, but they do now. Oh yeah, you'd have to. I mean, the stuff would get stolen down here in St. Louis, guaranteed. I guarantee. Footage I saw on Facebook back when they had the Lime bikes, where the dude had a Glock that's built into the bike. He was literally grinding it off right there out in the street. Nobody was saying a word to him. The cops didn't come by and do anything. He just grinded the lock off completely and then took off with the bike. Middle of the day. And that thing's not quiet. An angle grinder grinding through steel, it's pretty loud. So people definitely heard him doing it. Obviously the person that was, I don't know, a good 4 or 5 stories up in the air that was filming it from their loft. Is that what they called the messenger, or was there some other like name for them? Bike messengers? And I have ran into somebody downtown that does DoorDash on a bicycle. So I was down there doing an Uber Eats late one night, and he was picking up a DoorDash. That's the only person I've seen here doing it on a bicycle, though. My stomach doesn't feel right today. I'm still going to have me a hot dog and a soda inside Costco because I don't have those enough anymore. It's a good, filling, cheap lunch. Or breakfast in my case, because I didn't have breakfast. That'll hold me over till later. I'm going to cook up some tilapia tonight. I got a couple fillets. The last of my tilapia fillets. Get a case of water. Gotta look at their shorts, see if my shorts are on sale yet.
Keep left, then keep right.
I don't need you on ways. You served your purpose. Out of here. Off with your head. I'm really hoping the razor's on sale again that I get. I need cartridges. I don't really need the handle thing, but I'm on my last cartridge. And to just get cartridges at Walmart, it doesn't cost much less than the 20 of them that I got out here at Costco a while back. Let me get gas first, though. Oh, it's 12:33. I still haven't gotten one of those large van orders yet for that Maria Baca, B-A-C-A, that's all over the Facebook catering groups constantly. Like, she has nothing else better to do in life but just spread her negativity on the Facebook groups about anything new that the apps do. Embrace the changes. Be happy that you're working for a company that wants to try and make their app better. Not all of them are going to be great, but some of them can be pretty cool. I love it when they fix it to where it doesn't matter if you have a signal or not. You can still complete your pickup or drop off with zero service. And Carlin, the new lady in charge, or something, what, I don't know her exact position. She's one that get rid of the order confirmation thing. I don't want that gone. I like the countdown ticker that the clock that starts as soon as you confirm your order. The clock starts ticking down. Even if they get rid of the order confirmation part of it, keep the countdown clock. I don't even look at the time in the morning. That's my clock. I watch my countdown ticker. I got everything timed off of that when I do things in the morning, as soon as it starts. Another reason I make sure I try and confirm my order at the full 4 hours, right when they send you the text saying, hey, confirm your order for today. It's 4 hours before the pickup time. I will say though, when I have those really early morning breakfast orders, I don't set my alarm 4 hours before. I do it like 3 to 3.5 hours before the pickup time, and then hit snooze for a little bit, but not as much as I normally would. Just like old times, I'm in the car wash behind Costco. I want to finish my smoke in the shade, and that's the wrong app, and see if anything pops up on Instacart just for shits and giggles. Of course it wants to take my photo. Let's see if it'll do it with the glasses on. And the hat. Oh, it didn't make me look left and right. It used to. It's been successfully submitted. Hat and glasses on. Oh, it says they're busy at the Costco here. Yeah, Grind's map wasn't showing any stores, any roads yesterday. His Instacart app was messed up, and he still did on the video. I don't know when I think they did the actual. They shot the video a week ago, but he still did like $573. Didn't hit his goal of 600, but damn, that's close enough for me. I mean, if you could do that successfully every day, hit $500, you definitely wouldn't need to work a full week. So you wouldn't have to do that 16 hours every day. You do it like 3 or 4, depending on your bills. Do it like 4 days a week. And since he's traveling the state to state, I don't know that he he may still live with his parents for all I know and have very, very low bills at home. That I don't know. You're in a great spot for these recommended stores. Yeah, I'm right behind the Costco. On a Monday. Hey, my best Costco ever was on a Monday morning. But that's when I was a Diamond tier shopper, Diamond Cart shop tier shopper. It'd be a hoot if I got a good Costco order. Go in there and do my own shopping at the same time. Still knock it out. And if it was going close to my house, I'd be... Because back when I did Costco orders all the time on Instacart, I often saw them going out near where I lived. I did them. They were paying really good. Like I see the item counts on those orders that Grind does, but he'll do the triple orders. I don't do those. But what he's getting paid to do those triple orders, I often got paid to do single orders back when I did Instacart. God, this speed bump it's like a speed bump hump. It's somewhere in between a speed hump and a speed bump. And when you're in a big vehicle, it rocks you back and forth because it's on an angle. You all aren't very chatty today. My streams just don't get that busy. But I'm also not out here grinding for 16 hours or whatever. My titles are quite the opposite. Some of those are my thumbnails. Like this one's, they've been saying, love what you do. I don't know if anybody's noticed, because nobody's commented on it, about the old school lunch boxes I'm throwing into my thumbnails. Like I got an old school Planet of the Apes lunch box in there today, and I'm doing that with the AI. Nano Banana is making that. I'm telling it in the prompt, that's what I want to see. Only once it said it wouldn't make it because of copyright or something like that. Something broke their rules. And that was on an Incredible Hulk lunchbox. So I removed the lunchbox part of it altogether, and I went ahead and resubmitted the prompt, which said nothing about the lunchbox, and I'll be damned if it didn't make me a thumbnail with that Incredible Hulk lunchbox in it. Even though the new prompt said nothing about the lunchbox whatsoever. I did the Dukes of Hazzards one day. I got the idea because one of the Antenna TV channels used to do what they called Lunchbox TV. And it was TV shows from back in the 70s, early 80s that they had a lunchbox. Like they had Dukes of Hazzards on their Incredible Hulk. I don't remember the other shows. But it was TV shows that all I had at one point had a lunchbox. Some of them were before my time. Like old westerns that I guess had lunchboxes at one point in time. Oh, Wild Wild West. Ooh, I could do a Wild Wild West lunchbox. That'd be cool. But it's the one that's on there today even has the old school Planet of the Apes font where it says Planet of the Apes. I pulled up the Planet of the Apes lunchbox. Actually, I pulled up a bunch of lunchboxes and I was scrolling through them. They had like HR Puff and stuff, which I never watched that show when I was a kid. That's before my time. Oh, damn, that's a 77 Cutlass Supreme next to me. That's not in bad shape at all for its age. That's original. Damn. A lot of people didn't like those cars. Yeah, that's a 77 for sure. My older brother-in-law had one of those. His was white. The doors were freaking huge on it. And they still are. Could potentially have a 350 under that hood. Rocket, maybe. Maybe a 350 Rocket. Maybe not. May only have a 305 or 307 under the hood. Never know. I don't know what my brother-in-law's had. And I thought that was before he was my brother-in-law. That was before he got his 72 Cutlass convertible. That's when he was still in high school. Some sweet smell of some sorts coming through my air vents. Kind of smells like I went through a car wash, the soap they put on your car. I'm down just under a half a tank. This is probably going to take like 18 gallons to fill it up. The person behind me is not going to like me much because I'm not going to start pumping gas right away. I'm waiting for the guy ahead of me to finish up and get out of the way. I'm surprised there's not a tanker truck up here alongside me. Almost every time I'm up here, the big old tanker trucks here. They get multiple deliveries a day. Man, I'd like to have that. Is that what? That's got California license plates on it. That's a Survivor. No, I'd have to take so many garbage orders, it wouldn't even be funny. I've had Instacart on since I was in the car wash, and I haven't seen one offer come up. Not a one. Up for anywhere. I'll be right back. Yeah, but nothing's coming up on it. $3.37 a gallon. Batch, not one batch has showed up. I got to remember what app I'm on, and I keep refreshing it. Yeah, I damn near, I wear the thumbprint off my thumb, refreshing so much if I run an Instacart again. Oh, and I haven't even gotten a push notification, because that's often what happens. I'll get a push notification for an order, and it'll never pop up on my screen, because it's already popped up on the higher tier driver's screens, and they took it. Just past 13 gallons. Patience of people kills me. I'm pulling forward and the lady still couldn't even wait for that. She pulled to the pump behind me and getting out. Instead of just waiting literally like 25 seconds, then she could have pulled up to the last pump basically. 16.154 gallons at 337. We'll just say 338 a gallon. And that ran me $54.58. Alright, getting one of my favorite parking spots. I wish it was a little further down the sidewalk, but I wish Costco's had parking garages. That would be cool. Still nothing on the Instacart. I wasn't near a Costco. I was just under a half a tank. That's my E, you know. I don't often get very low under a half a tank, if even under a half a tank. I'll be 3/4 or an eighth above 3/4, and I'm topping the damn thing off. If I'm by one of the good Costco's, I'm filling it up. I don't like my tank getting that low. When your tank gets that low, there's a good chance if you let it run all the way down to the E, there's sediment in the bottom of your tank that gets sucked in your fuel filter, even though there's a screen or a filter. A lot of people call that a screen down in your gas tank to stop those impurities of getting through, but some of them over time will get through. So it's better not to ever let your tank run that low. And I just think my vehicles always run better when they got a full tank of gas than they do when they don't have it. Like when it's a quarter of a tank. It just seems like they run better. It could be an optical delusion. Holy shit, something showed up. A triple shop for Schnucks right up the road for 9 miles. 52 items, 68 units for $31.28. I will not do that. Oh, two of them are going to Fenton before you get to my house. But they're going out that way. This could be something that's doable, but I don't do triple orders. And I don't want to go in Schnucks and do an order with that many items. It's going to take me forever to do that shop and keep it divided. I mean, that's the store I originally did the first triple at was a Schnucks, and no, not that location. I know I screwed it up. Well, bottom line, I screwed it up. Even if the dude flipped my receipts around and screwed me up, I was still at the end my fault. Yeah, but it's came down. The gas has came down. It's not over $4. It's not as high as it has been in the past. Last 4 years, four or 5 years. Because there was a point I was paying nearly $5 a gallon here 3 or 4 years ago. 3 years ago. I know, because I was in my truck and it was stopping. It stopped at $100, and I had to start a new transaction with the pump here at Costco and put another $20 in to get my tank full. Granted, truck has a big tank, and I ran that a little lower than I should have when I'd have to put that much gas in it. But I was living in the city, not working out here, and I drive out here to get gas. Well, see, I got pretty spoiled seeing good orders that weren't triples. I was seeing good orders that were only singles when I did a lot of Instacart. Same thing with Spark. I can't believe some of those triple grocery orders I've seen. A grocery, the pickup curbside, or the triple shops they have now. I've seen them a triple grocery order paying as little as $7 That's 3 deliveries. $7. And you only get credit for 1 delivery. 1 trip. That's all you get. Damn, the spots to my right filled up real fast. I didn't even realize that. Oh, I still have to remember to stop by a store and get a damn sweet potato. I might run to that Schnucks that's up the street and run in there. I know they'll have a sweet potato. And all I need is a small one. Yeah, I don't want a bag of them because I want to be able to pick the actual sweet potato. And that's the bulk ones, and that's what Walmart was out of. I don't even think they have them in a regular, like a 5-pound bag at Walmart. They only have them loose unless you go to the organics. Then they have like a 3 or 4 or 5-pound bag. I don't know what it was. But I didn't need all those sweet potatoes. If anything, I would have took my one out of there and gave the rest to the neighbor because I won't eat sweet potatoes. I don't like them. Yeah, I wish I could have got on Spark sooner, but I was on that wait list. As soon as I kind of found out about it, I got on I tried getting on it, and they just wouldn't let me on for about 6 months. Because I would have liked to have gotten it that whole first 6 months of when it was good, making that really good money. I guarantee if Spark was still that good, I'd still be doing it on the side. But now I just sit there and sit there and sit there and sit there, declining terrible orders. The round robins suck overall. I'm not seeing those orders like I used to. Not even close. Every great once in a while, but I know the last 3 times I've turned on Spark up there by my house, nothing. I'm not going to blame it on the bots like everybody else does. Yeah, you have to sift through so much crap is definitely it. Abso-fucking-lutely. Oh, shit. Damn it. I'm trying not to cuss on my live streams or any of my videos. So that order or that stream I did 2 nights ago that I marked for children too, where it didn't have the chat, it has 6.6 watch hours after it's, done all of its stuff, whereas my ones with the chat literally have like 0.3 watch hours. It's minimal. I have to look while the live's still going before I end it. I guess they're sifting through orders. Wouldn't be doing that here. It's too damn hot, even in the shade. Yeah, my roof is cooking. I'm gonna sit here. Actually, I'm gonna have a smoke. I'm gonna wait until until after 101, until I see orders for tomorrow. Because I don't like my app going off when I'm in there. People always looking because it's loud. I'm hoping I get a good one for tomorrow. It'd be nice to get one better than today for tomorrow. That'd be awesome. I've gotten some really good ones on Tuesdays in the past, but Tuesdays are hit and miss. Another so-so day. It could be busy, may not be busy. It could be busy with just the right orders that are good paying, or they go to somebody else or another app gets them. I know any given day there's a good order out there, but I'm not going to see the best order every day. I'd like to. Out of all the apps, I want the best. All I want is the best. Everybody else can have the rest. Yeah, I got 4 minutes. I wonder how much money I've made Flower Child by promoting them to so many customers that hadn't used them yet. I know one of the places in Clayton, I just delivered them to them earlier in the week, like on a Monday or something, and then I went back there on a Friday, but that time I was picking up Flower Child because they took my recommendation and tried them out, and they thought it looked good, but I don't think I haven't been back there, so I don't know if they liked it or not. They spend money, expensive places for their lunch. So I knew Flower from what I think I was delivering Maggiano's Little Italy that first time. Something at that caliber, at least. I can't remember for sure, which isn't cheap. So I knew they didn't mind spending money. It's usually the people, I'll mention it too, that's getting expensive food and it's a big order. I don't mention it so much, these people getting like $150, $200 orders, those little filler orders. Aldi order, double shop for $22.29. 71 units, 52 items. Nope. Going 6.1 miles. Nope. That'd definitely take me over an hour. It'll get me down in the city too. But the part of the city it's going to is where I used to do, I can do Uber Eats down there. But I'm not doing that today. It's too hard on this time of year, literally too hard on my vehicle to sit out here all day doing regular food apps, because I can't leave the van running all day long in this heat. Like I got it running right now, but I'm only going to be out here that much longer. I don't know, 6 minutes. Yeah, it's hard in the vehicle this heat to let it just run all day with the AC on, especially if you're not moving, because your motor runs hotter when you're not moving, and that's not good. Even with your cooling system and everything, radiator, it's just not good for the vehicle. And it adds, this has an hour meter. My van has an hour meter of how long it runs. Not just mileage, it goes on hours too. Not many people are going to know that if they ever want to buy this, but yeah, you'll rack up the hours on your hour meter, kind of like boats and like bobcats, like bulldozers and stuff. They have an actual hour meter because they don't drive many miles. That's just the same Aldi. It just, the price changed, the payout changed. I'll hide that too. Well, somebody grabbed it. Oh, it's back. Oh, now my map's messing up, kind of like, well, no, it's there. I got to remember to turn. You know what? I'm not hearing any notification sounds from Instacart. It's not making any noise. No buzzers. I'm actually going to go offline right now because it's 1 o'clock and I don't, for whatever reason, Instacart messing with Expedite. Not that it would. I'm not taking any chances. Because it's 101 now. Show me the money, Frederick, please. Give me some bangers. And no like early morning breakfast orders. Damn it. I haven't adjusted my map yet. I need to do that. Pickleman's going, that's that same deli again. Pickleman's out in St. Charles. Going to Worldwide Technology. I just delivered there, but this is an $1,843.80 total. So it's paying okay, but it's only a 10% tip. They need to get back to their 20% tips. 8:15 a.m. at the Berry Box. Oh, in Alfalfa, Missouri now. No. Not for $30. It's not as big as order as I was wanting, but it's pretty big order. It's pretty good. Pickleman's uses big boxes too. I may not even need, I'll go in there ahead of time tomorrow to see if they got it all boxed up like the one I just did, and then I'll just bring my wagon in. I won't even take the catering bags because then they just get in the way. And there shouldn't be there's probably not a setup here either, depending on which Worldwide Technology I'm going to. See, that's the thing. There's different Worldwides. This is the one at the loading dock. They used to tip 20%. Well, what's up, Millie Mills? Yeah, this one I just back up to their loading dock, which is ground level. It's not like a loading dock that I like for like semi tractor trailers to back up to, and they meet me with carts. But they used to tip 20% there. Oh, Mimi's Cafe. I don't do their orders. It's $40 at 6:44 a.m. Deep Chesterfield. We'll decline that. I will do Mimi's if it's paying enough, but they're usually always breakfast orders, and the ones I see anymore these days just don't pay that much. $40, 6 something in the morning, at a place I don't like to go, that I don't like to pick up from. That it takes me 35 plus minutes to get out there too, and that's taking the short route. Huh. My order tomorrow is the same pickup time as today, 11:22 a.m. I just have to leave earlier because it's nearly twice the drive time. Maybe Frederick's seeing my real stats in the back end now finally. Maybe it took 2 weeks to get it to register on the back end of the system. I hope. Yeah, it's 10:05 here. I'll be getting in the shower around then. Or start. No, I won't. I'll already be done. I'll already be ready to go. Because I got to leave. I'll leave over an hour before the pickup time. Just from where I'm at right now. That's a 33-minute drive from where I'm at right now, and I'm right at the highway. Right at the highway. So add about 13 minutes to that. That's about my drive time tomorrow. It'd be nice if they had some Columbia Sportswear fishing shirts in there today. For like $20 like they did before. They had 2 different colors. Well, I think they had 3 different colors, but one was green, and I don't like green shirts. Not that color of green. My only one is at 11:22. I'm going to go straight to their bathroom because I got to pee. He's waiting on that right order to get him out of his relaxing position. I think that might be all they're going to send me. Sometimes, like right at 120, I'll see more. It's weird. I had a couple weeks ago. That was one of my better orders for the day. It might have been 3 weeks ago. I got it at 20 after. It wasn't at lunchtime. It was later. Here, I don't care. It's too hot. It's just too hot. There would not be a relaxed position for me to be in without sitting in the AC right now. No way. No way, Jose. Nothing else. Some of you may notice I'm not disclosing how much I flat out make off these catering orders anymore when I'm on the live streams, because that's my business. Some days are better than others. That's all I can say. They might. Well, it's after 2 o'clock there now. 2 o'clock though, it's just straight up $20 orders they send me. 20 to 24, maybe a $28. Which if they worked with what I got, I have no problem doing them. But they got to be really perfect. They got to match perfect with not much wait time between. Preferably not before my pickup, because I'd hate for my bill paying order, I would call it. That's a bill paying order. It's not a gas money order. I need to get back to getting a bill paying order and a gas money order in the same day, so I can get 2 deliveries in a day. I'm just looking for 2, not 3 or 4. They're just like rush hour is brutal here. The road construction is not as bad as it has been right now, though, on the highways. At least not where I'm driving directly right now. But when they send me one later in the day that's at rush hour time, God, it's got to be worth it, because I got to leave extra early, because I never know what's going to happen during rush hour. I could be sitting in a parking lot, and there's no short way to go around our highway system here. Not like, say I need to get the highway I-64 and 40 and Ballas Road. Yeah, I got a shortcut. I still got to be on that highway that gets me there, but I can get off earlier and cut over this way and get on this actual Ballas Road and take Ballas directly up, which I've done. But that's like one of the only ones. There's not many shortcuts to get me from here up to like St. Charles or North County. There is no. It will take me much longer than sitting in traffic to try and take other routes that don't include driving straight down the highway. It's impossible. Like if Ricky was on here, he could tell you, or if even Pedro was on here, he knows too. It's brutal. So I got to leave extremely early, which is going to eat more of my valuable time up to get there. And I may get there 45 minutes early. I may get there 10 minutes early. You just never know. But I usually give myself I usually leave with enough time to get there like 45 minutes early during rush hour. And if that's a 30-minute plus drive, a regular drive, I'm leaving, long before the pickup time, sometimes upwards of 2 hours before the pickup time, just to get there 45 minutes early if everything runs smooth, which it typically doesn't. And that's my time, damn it. That's time that I'm stuck here in the van, not doing other things I'd like to do. So they got to pay good. So if I got an easy $45, $50 order that I have to pick up in St. Charles or up in North County at, say, 4:30 in the early evening, I'm not going to do it. And I don't work that area, so if I have a delivery that got me up there earlier in the day, and there's like a 3 or 4 or 5 hour lull in between, I'm not going to stay up there all day. I've done it, and it hasn't ever worked out for the better, except just wasted my whole day to make an extra 40, 50 bucks. I'm around so many restaurants down this way that I know do catering because I picked up from them. I just don't know why Easy Cater doesn't send them more offers, more orders. Because it's unless the customer requests it, Easy Cater will send them to like the Bob Evans restaurant. There's a Bob Evans right behind Costco here. Pretty much right behind Costco. It's on the other side of the car washes and the hotel. But it's still right here. Yet I see them up in Bridgeton, Missouri, which is up in North County more often, or the one out in St. Charles, or even the one in Fairview Heights, Illinois. I will see more from Fairview Heights, Illinois, from that Bob Evans that's 35 miles away than the Bob Evans right here that's 12 miles from my house. Yeah, right now I'm 12 miles from home. Same distance I was when I lived in the city when I was up here. Not just that, just other, well, I've never seen an Olive Garden catering order, but I imagine they do them. So I can't say that because there's an Olive Garden right by me. There is a pasta house really close to me. I've never seen a pasta house catering order out of the location that's 4 miles, I don't even think it's 4 miles south of me. but I've never seen one out of that location. The Fazoli's that's over in Arnold, I have seen a couple catering orders from that Fazoli's, but I primarily see them from the one in Bridgeton. There's one in kind of like Fairview Heights, Illinois. I've seen them over there, and mainly the one in Bridgeton. But what kills me is I've driven all the way over to Illinois, 35 miles, probably like 39 miles to get to that Fazoli's, to bring it back to St. Louis, where I could have just driven right over to Arnold, picked it up, and took it straight downtown. It'd been less driving, less time in the van. Yeah, they are pretty good. I've always put Rich and Charlie's here. These are local chains. The Rich and Charlie's above Pasta House. But I've just been hearing a lot of negative stuff about the Rich and Charlie's these days. And I haven't eaten there in a long time. But I was looking at their menu online, and I used to really like their grouper. It's fish. And it's good. But it doesn't look like it's on their menu anymore. And I had my wedding rehearsal dinner there. And that was one of the proteins I picked for the wedding rehearsal, was the grouper. And it was when you order it, a single serving of it when you're in the restaurant, it was better. But I mean, they cooked the whole sheet pans of it for the wedding rehearsal. Not really. There's they don't have as many like Italian options. Paschetti's is right by that Sugar Fire grill, but I know they make their own sauce and stuff. I haven't had Paschetti's in years, but their sandwiches were really good because they're not Hawaiian sub rolls. They bake their bread there, and I know they bake it at that location for sure because they're on Facebook talking about it. But it's got like a sweetness in it, kind of like Hawaiian rolls. But I mean, they've had that same kind of bread since long before I even heard of Hawaiian rolls. I haven't had anybody make it for me forever. In fact, the only pasta I've had is coming out of a Chef Boyardee can anytime lately. I don't have my stove now because they shut my gas off because I quit paying the bill because they wouldn't light my pilot light, and I was barely using any gas because all I used was like one burner on the stove. There's no pilot lights, so the only time I was using gas was when the burner was actually lit, which wasn't very often. So I'm not doing much cooking at home except in that air fryer. Yeah, I've seen them. I haven't tried them, but I've seen them. Anywho, I gotta pee. I'm going inside. I will catch you all later. Thanks for watching the live today. I appreciate every minute you're on here because it really helps the channel out, helps me get closer to that goal of getting my monetization working again. But I will be out tomorrow at about the same time, just a little earlier, because I've got to drive further to my pickup, about 18 minutes further, give or take, something like that. So I'll probably be on about 18 minutes before today. I can't do the time setup because it doesn't frickin' work. Every time I schedule one on here, when I get home later, I'll check my YouTube studio, and there it is, saying an upcoming stream. I've already streamed it. So I don't understand that. And the last time I did it, I started on this phone, and I left it on the screen, and I never blacked the screen out. I left it open, and it still did that. So the only way I know how to do a time that will work is on StreamYard. And I don't particularly care for that app because it'll only stream up to 740p or whatever. And I want if it can go to 1080, I would like it to go to 1080 for whoever's watching it. If you got that quick of a connection, it might work better for me, and it may buffer less if I am streaming at 740 because you don't have to have as fast a connection. But yeah, I'm going in Costco and using their bathroom first thing because this iced tea and the Crappuccino, still a 20-ounce Crappuccino. So I got to go. I'll catch you all on the flip. Peace. Gigwise is out of here.